So yeah, we're gonna get started with some nuts and bolts. First thing I want to address or answer on this, and I really don't have an agenda. We'll just kind of walk through stuff. I want to talk about the page CoinMarketCap, and specifically provide some useful pieces of information for people, just in general. Um, I think the most common question, or not the most, one of the common questions that we get is, what coin should I buy? Or not what coin should I buy? Once they've bought the coin, goes to, hey, I want to buy some, I don't know, Ripple, Zencash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. Where do I go get it? So I'm going to use the example. Let's just use Neo. If I want to go get some Neo, what I can do is I go to CoinMarketCap, and then I click on Neo. And here on the Neo side, we have this button called Markets. So I can then go click on the Markets tab. And now what I see under the Markets tab is I have this listing of what's called Neo Markets and sources and everything for Neo. So I look at this, and this tells me, okay, well, I can go to Upbit to get some Neo. I can go to Binance. I can go to Bitfinex. I can go to Binance again. And what they're showing here is what's called trading pairs. So it's like these are where I can trade for different things for Neo. So Upbit, I can trade. Oh hey Curtis, how you doing?
All right.
I can trade, Korean wons into Neo. So, as we said before, Korea is the big market. That alone is 36% of all the Neo volume. On Binance, I can trade a USD Tether. Looks like Bitfinex has a direct US dollars to Neo conversion. Oh, wow, that's the cheapest one, too. Binance has a Bitcoin. CoinEgg can trade Bitcoin into Neo, so forth and so forth. And the list goes on and on. For all these various things. So let's say, I don't know, let's just do some transfer stuff. I got some stuff in Coinbase. So I'm going to log into my Coinbase. And now the question is, if I have my Coinbase, how do I go from where I am to where I want to go? This. So here we have an account with Coinbase, and I've got 2 Bitcoins sitting here, which is kind of exciting. And I want to move it. However, so I've got multiple ways to move my Bitcoin. How do I? So I go to my accounts. From Coinbase, I can send and receive my Bitcoin. So I have the option of sending it to a wallet. So like if I said, hey, Curtis, give me your wallet, I'll send you 2 Bitcoins. Curtis will be really happy. And
Exactly. I sure would.
on that. But basically, you throw a wallet address in here. Hey, why don't you, I'll do an example. I'll send you like point 0.1 or something. I'll send you like $50 worth of Bitcoin. Why don't you just put it in our group chat, and I'll send you some too, Derek, just for kicks and grins, but we'll use a different way of doing it. Okay. So why don't you put it in the group chat on that, and let's actually be fun and do the whole lucky winner thing. So if somebody wants to in their Q&A, we'll send it 3 ways. We'll send it through Coinbase. We'll send it through G-DAX. So Derek, you're going to get it through G-DAX.
Okay.
Curtis, you're going to get it through Coinbase. Okay. And then whoever's in the Q&A, if you want to give me an email address, I'll send it through email. So post your email in the Q&A. It's the first one who gets it will do that. So Curtis, did you send me your Bitcoin wallet address yet?
I got to get it first.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I got to log in. Hold on.
How much are we sending?
You said 1,000?
I'm not giving you $1,000.
I think you said 2, Curtis.
2 Bitcoins?
I'm going to give 0.01 of a Bitcoin. So
Okay.
0.01 comes out. It's nothing to sneeze at. 0.01 because Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin at now? Bitcoin's at 8,400 bucks. 0.01 times 8,400 bucks. It's 84 bucks. I mean, so
I'll take it.
yeah, it's nothing to sneeze at. So, you know, okay, well, Jay Robertson got it first. So he will get the email. So while we're waiting, there's different ways. Dr. Boyce likes to go through the email address method because it's simple and easy. I don't like it because it's the most expensive way to send it, but you know, we'll just demonstrate it. So like in Coinbase, I can send email to a friend, j_d_rob@yahoo.com. And I'm just going to round out the number 0.00988,212. So I'm going to be left over with, oh wait, oh, that's in US dollars. I'm going to be left over when all's said and done with 2 Bitcoins in my wallet. Okay. Hello, Jay Robertson. Congrats on your Bitcoin. And then we click send, and that gets sent. Oh wow! Actually, this seems like a better deal. There is no Coinbase fee. Because usually Coinbase charges you a fee.
Yeah.
So lucky. Maybe Dr. Boyce is smarter than me on that one. Because I was like, I don't want to pay the fee. That's fine. 56614741474. Enter my thing. Boom, $83 has been sent. Congratulations, J_D_Rob. Okay, so we can send Bitcoin that way through email. Another way to send Bitcoin, Curtis, did you get that address yet?
I'm about to paste it right now.
Okay, just put it in our messenger thread or whatever.
Okay.
And this is a personal gift, so you can use whatever address you want.
Okay. All right, I just sent the on Messenger.
Once you get into the world of crypto, we live in these world of what's called hardware hardware. Well, there's hardware wallets, but there's this world of wallets, and wallets are a generic term for basically anything that stores crypto. So like in Coinbase, I've got my wallet. In Binance, I've got a wallet. I can also have a software wallet like my Ether. What wallet is this? And this is not curiosity. Curtis, is this your like software wallet? Is this like your Binance account? Which wallet am I sending it?
Just Coinbase.
Okay, so I'm sending it to his Coinbase. Okay, so yeah, I'm sending it to his Coinbase wallet. So I can click send. And if I enter the BTC, oh wait, wrong one. I'm going to copy his wallet address. So I copy that. I type that in. That is Curtis's wallet address. And I'm going to send him 0.01 Bitcoin. There you go, Curtis. That should update, though. Why didn't the dollar amount update? Oh, well. I then go continue. Oh, again, there's no Coinbase fee. Kind of nice.
Cool.
But here I have a minor fee. So actually, I'm going to back it off because I don't want to. Why is the amount not coming up? Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to do like 0.098 or something like that. 0.097 to cover the minor fee. So there we go. No Coinbase fee. There is a minor fee. Here's the total. Let's get the SMS. 0124 for my two-factor. 0124 605. Click confirm. And now Curtis has some Bitcoin on his way. Wow, I'm surprised there's no Coinbase fee. Hey, Derek, can you give me a wallet address that is not Coinbase?
Okay.
Let's try that.
Let me pull up on that because I pulled up G-DAX, but I know
Yeah.
they're affiliated, so technically, I guess it's Coinbase.
Yeah.
Let me try to pull a Binance one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Charles, can you explain to some people what is a mining fee?
Yeah, let's do that. So, ultimately, let's talk about mine. It gets into a mining discussion, but the Bitcoin network or the Litecoin network or all these networks, they're called decentralized, meaning there's no like Bitcoin company or Litecoin company that runs everything. It's run by people. People meaning miners that have these computer nodes that are up. And the way Bitcoin works, and it's not the same for every coin, but let's just use Bitcoin as an example, is that ultimately over time, it's what's called a decentralized network. So let's say if Curtis was in the network, I was in the network, and Derek was in the network, and we were miners, we would have computers or servers running that would be part of the Bitcoin network. It's like the AWS cloud. It's the Bitcoin cloud, except that no one person owns it. It's distributed for everybody. So how mining works, or what it is, it's kind of like there's what's called a if I'm going to run my server, or if Curtis is running a server, or if Derek's running a server, there's a cost involved in running the server. You've got hardware and things like that you've bought. Let's just take a quick look. We've got the mining group, so everyone, it's kind of like a car group, except that instead of showing off your cars, everyone shows off their miners.
Right.
So like, if Derek manages to like sneak this in his house so his wife doesn't see it,
Yeah.
on that side. But like, you literally have like all these computers, and then you've got people showing fun things. But let's look at just photos and things like that. Yeah, so you've got like, if a miner, you've got somebody that like put something like this together. So this is somebody, Maisie Harris, in Chicago too, who has converted this old server into, or wants to convert this old server, into a mining computer. So if you think about it, you've got some hardware, you got to then plug this thing on. You need an internet connection, you need power. There's some labor involved because you need to have that expertise. Like, there's all this stuff that goes into running this thing. And how it works is miners or transaction nodes decide to join the network, whether it's Bitcoin or Vertcoin or Litecoin or Dash or Monero. Like, every coin has its own mining network. You join the mining network, and then you have two options. One, when the network is still in like pre-development stage, meaning people aren't really using it, you have the option to actually mine for the coin. So there's this basically a math problem that the computer tries to solve, and if it solves it every so often, it receives a reward, which is a Bitcoin or some fraction thereof. Also, when you're in the mining network, you have the option to process transactions, because all these, Coinbase doesn't do anything. They're just like a wallet. So if I send something to Curtis, it actually goes through the Bitcoin network, and some miner picked it up and then, changed the ownership of the coin or fraction thereof from myself to, it was Jay Robertson, or myself to Curtis, or myself to Derek. So that's that transaction. And what happens is, for loaning your computing power into the network, you get paid a fee, a mining fee, for the processing of that transaction. So let's continue. Derek, did you get your address yet? You're muted right now, Derek. Can't hear you. Let me unmute him. Yeah, there's no...
Yeah. Can you hear me, Charles?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the whole Binance situation, so I had to switch over to BitTrex.
Oh, okay.
Pull it up now.
Oh, is Binance still down?
I believe so.
Somebody asked in the Q&A, where are you getting the wallet address?
You want to answer that one?
Sure. So, so far as for BitTrex in particular, when you go into the account and you go under wallets, If you scroll down, it actually has your account balances, and then it'll go into, and then you can just choose which coin. Now, different exchanges have withdrawal or deposit. Bittrex has plus and minus. So if I wanted to add, I just click the plus sign, and then it'll generate an address for deposit. Okay, and that's going to be the address that I'm going to send to Charles. Okay.
So I'm going to actually, that was a good explanation, Derek, and I'm going to use my use the account.
Okay.
Just do our demo Bittrex account just to show people how that goes. Okay, the authentication code. You know, one thing I always find it annoying with Bittrex, my first authentication code attempt always fails. I have to like do it 2 or 3 times to get it working. I don't know if you run this issue or not there.
I did.
I try to time it when it starts all the way over.
Oh, you wait for the clock to reset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The numbers just twist up in my head. I'm like, was it 477 or 447?
Yeah, no, definitely. So let's get into this. So I'm going to go to the wallet, and I'll follow along as what Derek said. So we go to the wallet, and in this case, I don't have any Bitcoin sitting here. But if we go to the wallet, what we do is we press the plus sign. And the plus sign provides for a deposit address. So that's the address that, you know, Derek is going to give me on his end so that I can send him Bitcoin, or that was the address that Curtis gave me. So there's 2 ways of handling it. One is this way. The second way is a lot of these guys have QR codes. So as things get, you know, you can do your mobile phone, you can, you know, scan the QR code, and a lot of the wallets just literally take the QR codes and will send the money directly on that front. So, Derek, you ready to send over your wallet address?
Yep. So I'm going to send it right in the Zoom chat. That way, if anyone else want to make a deposit, that's fine.
Keep in mind when you're doing that, always when you paste, always make sure that the first 3 and the last 3 numbers and letters match up. Because if you're off by 1, your money's gone.
Yeah.
So the second thing I'm going to show people is G-DAX. And G-DAX is essentially just Coinbase with a different interface. And for whatever reason, Coinbase calls G-DAX their business version of their platform, and Coinbase is the consumer version. And all they do is that they give a different interface for G-DAX, they offer more features, and there are less fees. So that just is what it is. So my preference generally is I will transfer. So let's just try it here. If I were to send it through Coinbase and enter in Derek's address. Wait, hold on, what just happened? Like if I was going to send this and enter this through Derek's address and then send my 0.097 Bitcoin and then say, hey, Derek, what happens? How come there are no Coinbase fees right now? They must have changed something on that end.
They might be competing with Binance. They didn't want to show them up.
Yeah.
That could be. So in the past, what happened is Coinbase, if you transferred anything from Coinbase, I think they charged you an additional like 1 or 2%.
Correct.
So to get around that, what you had was G-DAX. And what we would do is we would transfer into G-DAX from Coinbase, and G-DAX had no fees. So I would literally just go to my G-DAX, go to Bitcoin. I'd click deposit to my Bitcoin. Oh, no, not deposit. I'd withdraw, sorry. I'd click
You about to take all your money out there. Drain you dry.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to deposit first. I need to deposit from my Coinbase into my G-DAX. So I do this and say I'm going to deposit 0.098, or it was 0.01. So I'm going to deposit 0.01 Bitcoins into my G-DAX from my Coinbase. So now if you see here, now I have 0.01 sitting here. And then back over here, it says I sent it. So now my Bitcoin wallet, if I refresh it, has 0.01 left. So now it's basically 2 Bitcoins are sitting in my wallet. So that gets moved over here. And then what I would do is I would withdraw, and I'd use the BTC address of Derek's to send it to. Is this the right one? I just double check. Yeah. So then I got to get my 2-factor code. And then I click withdraw. And yeah, my thing is gone, and then it's kind of off the ways. So 2 quick questions. First, I'd be curious. Jay Robertson, did you get an email? Hopefully you did. Would like to know if that happened or not. Would be great to know. Second, Curtis, have you gotten it yet, or on your end?
Last time I checked, it says it was pending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we.
Hey, Charles, can you talk about the, I guess, the confirmation process?
Yeah, sure. I think since this is a newbie session, let's keep it high level. Basically, it just takes some time for it to come. It would take, with how Bitcoin works, I usually give it like a couple hours. I don't know how you look at it. Bitcoin is not a very fast mechanism. The normal the technical confirmation time, it has to go through 2 cycles before it transfers, and I think each cycle is like a 15. Like the minimum time for 2 cycles is like 30 minutes, I think, or something on that front. I just don't know that off the top of my head.
Somebody asking about Binance. I gotta go back to the chat. Is it Binance.com or US.Binance? I just logged into Binance and it's just saying Binance.com, but some people were saying they have issues with that and to go through US.Binance.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me log in. I tried to buy, so yesterday I ended up going to KuCoin because I wanted to get myself, what was it? I've been sitting on this because I just haven't gotten around to it. I wanted to get myself some Iconics or whatever. I don't know if you picked that up, or Derek, if you grab some. Oh, it's working now. But I couldn't get into Binance. But let me just see right now.
Yeah, they put up US.Binance, I guess, as a workaround until they were able to get the Binance.com back up. So it looks like it's back up and running.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's Binance.com.
Is it up?
On my end, it is.
Let me see. I have no idea what's in this Binance account. And it fails always the first time.
Now, the newbies, when you first trying to log in and all this stuff, you're gonna have some issues, but the more you practice and stuff like that, the better it gets.
Well, we still have it. We've been doing this forever, and we still have issues logging in the stupid place.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so here we got a bunch of stuff in Binance. I am broken here, so I can't buy anything. But yeah, this is Binance. Not that much different from Bittrex. Oh wait, no, this is G-DAX. But if you look at it again, the commonalities are similar, right? Instead of the G-DAX had the plus and the minus on the left-hand side. Here I have a deposit and withdrawal button. So if I want to deposit, I click here. I can select my coin pair. Here's my deposit address. I could also do it as a QR code. If I withdraw, the interface is pretty similar. Or if I want to withdraw, I then go, key in the address I want to withdraw to, and then put the amount I want on that side. So that's Binance. I'll show KuCoin. Again, similar thing. Hop into KuCoin. These codes always fail on me the first time.
Gone in 60 seconds. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Wait for the reset. I actually, on Coinbase, I turned off the authenticator. I'm doing texts now because I don't know if I told you guys, but there was like a time, like during not this drop, but like there was the drop in January. I put a bunch of money into Bitcoin to go buy a bunch of alts, but my two-factor just wouldn't work. So I just had like Bitcoin sitting in Coinbase, and it sucked because I couldn't open alt positions. Oh well. So yeah, here's that's KuCoin. So you look at, I got some gas and I got a bunch of stuff on that. So it's similar. If I want to deposit or withdraw, I click on deposit here and I pick, you know, what coin I want to deposit into. So I can, like, you know, if I want to send Ethereum, it changes it up a bit. If I want, and then, you know, I confirm here, and this is my Ethereum wallet. If I want to withdraw and send somebody some Ethereum or send somebody on gas, here's how we do the withdrawal. You know, this is the gas method. If I go back to Ethereum, it looks like that. If I go to Bitcoin, right, we just send the appropriate, we just update the addresses and so forth on that front.
Cool.
Great.
Jay Robinson said he received Bitcoin by email.
Oh, great. Let's continue. We have, there seems to be a bunch of exchanges. Registering with an exchange can take some time. What exchanges are recommended to register with in advance to be ready to jump on coins? Of course, spreading your information across every exchange exposes you to more risk in case the site is ever hacked. So what is the risk balance driving the question? Let me give my opinion. I'd like to, you know, this is purely an opinion thing. I'll give my opinion. I'm sure Derek and Curtis, you guys have your opinions, and I'll let you guys give your opinions because it's ultimately a personal decision. On my end, I don't like having a lot of exchanges, but I recognize that it's useful to have a lot of exchanges because of all the things that go on. Case in point, if you actually look at what I did, I didn't really have much in KuCoin, in all honesty, except last night I wanted to get myself some XRB, which is, I think, that's not Tron, that's like Neon or something like that. I wanted some XRB and I wanted to get some gas. And the problem is last night Binance was down and I have KuCoin. I have 4 accounts. I have Bittrex, Binance, KuCoin, and Cryptopia. And in addition to that, I have, so this is like quote unquote Jarvis business accounts. Then I have other accounts which are, I've got a secondary Binance, a secondary Bittrex, and then I think a Bitfinex account, you know, where I have some older stuff on that. I don't like Poloniex. So like I have then personal stuff in there so I can like keep the two things separate. So I actually have a lot of exchange accounts and it just is what it is on that front. For me, you know, I wanted to get some gas and I wasn't sure how it was going to go, you know, last night, and I just don't get around to these things. So I've been wanting to get some gas for like a week and it just never happened. So having KuCoin was helpful because I was able to, you know, transfer the Bitcoin into KuCoin. I bought my gas over there instead of doing it on Binance. Now it does kind of create a problem because now if I look at it, you know, I've got, you know, 3 Bitcoins worth of stuff here. I've got, you know, a Bitcoin worth of stuff here. You know, I've got this Cryptopia exchange somewhere else that I, you know, haven't logged into in a while. But, you know, I've got some stuff here. I don't even know what I have. Oh, I know what I have here. I bought some stuff that I got raped on.
First world problems.
Yeah.
So like it's all over the place. So I bought this Hush coin, which I bought it and then it's like dropped 70%. So, yeah.
Wow.
Well, this goes back to like we buy stuff sometimes on the side just for curiosity's sake, you know. So like I've been all about privacy, so we got this, you know, Hush was like a privacy coin, and then I got it and like,
You're supposed to be quiet about that. You're supposed to be hush about that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
That's 70% will do it. Gotta keep you quiet.
Losing 70% will make you shut up. You don't want to talk about it.
And as far as me, what exchanges I use. Okay, so when I got in early December, the talk was a get on Bittrex, Binance, Poloniex, I believe. And so I had the longest trouble with Bittrex. So I was able to get on Binance after showing my driver license 100 times, stuff like that. Poloniex was easy. So I had those those two. And then I had I forgot what Cryptopia, I jumped on that. So basically most of my coins is on Binance, a couple spread out on Poloniex and Cryptopia, and I got a KuCoin. I got the 2 coins off of there. So and like last week, I was having error codes with Bittrex the whole time, but last week they finally I guess it fixed itself. I was sending them emails and they were responding and nothing was getting done. So I finally opened up a Bittrex and Bittrex account exchange. You correct me if I'm wrong, but it got the most coins, diversity and stuff like that. And then Binance.
Yes and no. Binance has some things that Bittrex doesn't have. Binance has lower fees too.
Okay.
I've actually been liking KuCoin. Well, let me take that back. I like KuCoin, but then I don't. Personally, I like Binance's interface the most.
Mm-hmm.
And Binance has an app. Binance has an app that like syncs up with your 2 factors, so I can like do stuff on. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
KuCoin, I like how they give you all these dividends. So like, you know, if you look here, I've got 400 coins of KuCoin, and then like every day, you know, I get like rewards. So it's like I got myself, you know, I got a bunch of gas. But like if I go back to like, or was it bonus? I don't know. Well, if I go to my accounts in KuCoin, I've got like all these other things, which I don't know what they are, but they're kind of like I got some Trinity, I got some Telcoins, I got some Deep Brain chains, I got some Dent, I got Odyssey, I got all this stuff. So like with KuCoin, if you have a KuCoin account and you have KuCoin shares, there's like a whole thing. And if you go to KuCoin, they talk about how it works. You get like rewards just for like having KuCoin shares or not KuCoin shares, KuCoin coins in your KuCoin account.
Mm-hmm.
I got all sorts of random stuff. I got some like Kanya, some coin. Oh, I got some CoinFi too. Huh. I got some Walton. I got some BitClave. I got some QuantStaff. I don't even know what the heck this stuff. I got some Medical Chain. I got some ClearPull. Like, yeah, I got a little bit of everything. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I just keep adding.
Yeah. I think KuCoin gonna get real popular just because of that right there.
Yeah, that's kind of sweet. Yeah, so here's my Cryptopia side. You look at the, you know, I got 131 hushes, which right now is worth about 0.4 of a Bitcoin. And let me see if I can look at my trade history. So I bought the hush for a total of a lot more than 0.4 Bitcoin if you add up all the hush I bought. Looks like I paid like, this is probably about 1.2, 1.3 Bitcoin. So 0.13 worth of Bitcoin of hush. And now it's, you know, 0.04. So I'm going to keep really quiet about this one. We're not going to talk on that front. So yeah. So hopefully, Derek, do you want to talk about, you know, what exchanges you're on or what you do?
Sure. So starting out, of course, it was always recommended Coinbase. So I pretty much started out with Coinbase. Later on, learned about G-DAX and being able to save on the fees by transitioning to G-DAX. And then once I was able to kind of get, comfortable with the screen and how things work, then I began to open up like Binance, Bittrex, Cryptopia, Poloniex, was that KuCoin exchange. I think I may have a couple of more there as well. And so those primarily, I think I'm between Binance, Bittrex. For the most part, I'm still waiting for my Poloniex to get verified. But those pretty much the main ones I kind of work out of, unless I want something, that's just not on those exchanges. But I think in this climate, it's really good to have the diversity. I definitely don't want to have all your eggs in one basket right now until things kind of a little bit more stable technology wise. And far as in my opinion, I think as time goes by, things will probably condense a little bit in terms of exchanges. And but for right now, I definitely like to have, at least the currency that I'm going to be trading a lot on there. And then from there, I'll just deposit most of the stuff into my hard wallets.
Yeah. Now, one other thing, ultimately having your stuff in the wallets is probably the best, because that's where you have, complete control. Yeah. And I'm going to segue into another question, where do we stick our coins and, ownership of your coins and stuff. And I want to bring up the concept of Robinhood, and I want to discuss the concept of forks on that front. Oh, great too. So first things first, it's important. There's like a lot of fine print in this stuff. So like one of the things that I just remembered, so if you look at this, and it just reminded me. So I look at my reward history, and if you look at this, I've got a bunch of Neo. And one of the things, a benefit of holding Neo is that you get free gas. It's not very much gas, but you get like a little bit of gas, for holding Neo tokens. Excuse me. If you look at the amount, it is very small. So if you look at it, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 decimal points. So it's like 0.00. It's not very much gas that I'm getting for holding my Neo. So it's for people that are asking, it's not a big thing, but it still matters. And so I've got 68 Neos. So this is like $2,600 worth of Neo in KuCoin, and that's what gas I get. Now in Binance, I also get gas for having my Neo. So I've got 55 Neos sitting in Binance, but the way it works in Binance is they give it to me on a monthly basis. They don't give it to me daily. While KuCoin, I think, gives it to me daily. Now with Bittrex, I don't get any gas for having my Neo. So if I look at it, I've got, I don't know if I have any Neo in Bittrex, but I used to have like a little bit. I moved most of it out. Yeah, I've got like 5 Neo, and my Neo's like locked up. They're doing like wallet maintenance or whatever. So like on this 5 Neo, I'm not able to earn my free gas. So it actually expands beyond that, because now there's an upcoming Litecoin fork, right? So everyone knows there's a Litecoin fork coming on. And the thing is, it's not like it's a big deal, because forks are as much as advertising as anything else. So like a project will say, we're going to fork Bitcoin or fork Litecoin just to like get PR and to get people who have, just to like basically airdrop a bunch of tokens into someone's wallet. But the reason why it's important is not everybody supports all the forks. So like if you're in your own hardware wallet, you will get all the forks, or your own wallet or your soft wallet. You don't have to buy a hard wallet. But let me see. There's all these so there's this like Bitcoin Diamond. So Bitcoin Diamond popped up as a fork. And like in Binance, I got some Bitcoin Diamond when that fork happened. In Bittrex, I didn't. And in Coinbase, I didn't either. So if you like, for example, if you got Litecoin sitting in Coinbase and you've heard about this upcoming Litecoin fork, you can either move it. Most advisable, if it's just sitting there, is you'd move it into like a soft wallet or a hard wallet that you have control of. So when the fork time comes, that'll airdrop in. But if you don't have that set up, there are certain exchanges, and the newer ones are a little more aggressive on those than the older ones. So like Binance and KuCoin generally support more of the forks than, than might a Bittrex or Coinbase will on that front. So why is that important, or why does that affect things? Up until last month, over the summer of last year, there was a big Bitcoin fork with Bitcoin Cash. And if you had Bitcoin in Coinbase and then Bitcoin Cash forked, you wouldn't have actually gotten your Bitcoin Cash on the fork side. And Bitcoin Cash actually ended up, it's worth something. And, you would have missed out on that. So what that means is, like, if I had 100 Bitcoins sitting in my Coinbase account, the fork would have happened and I would have gotten 100 Bitcoin Cashes. And that would have occurred immediately. I think the fork occurred back in the summer. So it would have been like, June or July. Now, ultimately, Coinbase reversed their decision and they changed their mind and said, hey, we're going to support the fork. So anyone who had Bitcoin in our account, here's Bitcoin Cash to match the Bitcoin you had when the fork occurred. So people got their Bitcoin Cash back. But that's something just to be mindful of, because some of these exchanges they keep it. Now this goes to Robinhood. Robinhood is a great app, and that's exciting. Hey, have any of you guys bought on Robinhood yet? Or
I signed up for it, but I haven't bought anything.
Yeah, same thing. I signed up, but I haven't purchased anything yet.
Yeah, I think with Robinhood, you don't actually own your coins. So you can buy it, but you can't transfer out of Robinhood outside of like into cash or not. I'm not I looked at that. And they might change their mind too. But right now, or when I looked at it like 2 days ago, you could buy something in Robinhood, but once you bought something, it was there and it was stuck. So what that meant is, if you bought Litecoin on Robinhood and it's sitting there and the Litecoin fork happens, Robinhood might hypothetically keep the forked coins because they're not like, you're just holding on to your Litecoins. So hopefully. Is Coinbase a hardware wallet? No, Coinbase is not a hardware wallet. Coinbase does actually have a vault feature. That's kind of cool. But no, it's not a hardware wallet. You want to talk maybe, Derek? Which hardware wallet do you use just a hardware wallet, or do you also have like a soft wallet that you're using?
Pretty much between the temporarily the exchanges, but I use the Ledger. Mm-hmm. So I use the Ledger Nano S to put everything in there.
Yeah, so the Ledger S Nano is one. Curtis, do you have a hardware wallet or?
Not presently.
Okay, do you use the soft wallet, or do you just have your stuff sitting on the exchanges?
Right now, just sitting on exchanges.
Okay, so that works too. I use, we've got like my Ether wallet. There's also coin-specific wallets. So like BitShares has a wallet. Neo has their own soft wallet. And then I have a Trezor for other stuff. And then some paper wallet for other stuff on that side. What happens actually, it gets really interesting when you start looking at how people store things, especially people with like lots of stuff. Yes. So like I was reading somewhere like the Winklevoss twins, what they have is they have like these paper wallets and their keys, because like each wallet has like 1,000 Bitcoins on it or something like that. They've actually taken the key and they've chopped the key up into 6 bits or 8 bits or something like that. And every bit is at a different bank under a different safe deposit box. Yeah. So it's like, to take them out, to like steal from them, you have to like rob 10 banks. Yeah, no, it's like I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie, like the Da Vinci Code or something like that. You gotta like puzzle all this stuff together, like a treasure map. No, I mean, like it sounds crazy, but like if you're talking like $100 million,
absolutely,
I'd probably go do that too.
Yeah, you're gonna work for every bit of it.
Wow.
Okay, so we talked about that. How to transfer altcoins to the Ledger wallet. Derek, for me, it's I haven't done it on the Ledger, but with like the Trezor, it's just kind of the same thing where you plug it in, you put the address in and do it. Is that how a ledger works, Derek?
Yeah, pretty much. So you pretty much go, get where you're sending it from, your send address, and make sure you go on the ledger and get the deposit address. So that way you can use that particular deposit address and put it onto that exchange, whatever that coin is, where you want to send it to. And then basically it'll send over and to go transfer right into your ledger. I saw someone asking, where do you get it? Preferably, most people say you want to go to the company, and of course that's international, so it may take a little time. I heard people getting it fairly fast. I personally got mine off of Amazon at the time through, I guess, a verified distributor. So I haven't had any issues of hacking with it or anything. I know that's been a little concern about it, getting it from a distributor on Amazon. So I haven't had any problems thus far, but that's where I purchased mine from originally. And at that time, it was a lot cheaper. It might have been 70 something bucks at that time. And I know the price has definitely gone up as it's gotten popular. So maybe 100 and something now for it.
Was that a Christmas special or?
I want to say so. Yeah, it's definitely, it was around probably early December when I first purchased mine. So yeah, I think they had the little Christmas deals going on.
They said when you buy from like Amazon and stuff like that, that you can go to the manufacturer website and there's a way to reset everything. So
yeah, the factory setting.
Yeah. So while we're sitting here, I just had a friend text me an unofficial tip. I had someone, he's been reading the charts, and he's telling me that Bitcoin might retest $6,000 tonight by the looks of it. And 3 to 4 a.m. is the time to be up. So,
Curtis.
I need your cell phone. I'm gonna have to call you next time. I'm gonna call you, bro.
Oh man, that's funny.
That was a ride.
Okay, we have someone asking a question. You bought gas. What are we talking about? Sorry to be a newbie. Actually, this becomes an interesting conversation, but I'm not sure what you're saying in terms of buying gas. In gas, there is gas is a coin which refers to a byproduct of Neo, which is listed on the exchange. So you can actually buy gas. The reason why I'm saying gas is kind of a tough term to use is gas is also the unit of measure being used on the Ethereum network to calculate the amount of ether that a transaction takes. So it's actually kind of interesting. I don't know if you knew this or not, but when you're buying Ethereum or Ether, that's kind of like buying gas for Neo. That's just how it is. And if you really want to get into it, you can research, Ethereum gas costs and everything. All these tokens have different ways, of doing things. So hopefully I didn't confuse anyone, but that's that. How do you set up your Ledger Nano? Is there a hard how-to in the DU? We actually have for anyone who wants to know wallets and stuff like that. Let me log into this again. There's a really long, a 3-hour webinar we did where we talked about all the wallets and everything. Let me find this. So Curtis, do you have a Ledger or a Trezor or something like that, or you don't?
No, I just have my stuff on the exchanges. Eventually, I'm gonna get one.
Send me your address. I'm gonna buy you one, and then let's do nuts and bolts where we just do the walkthrough of one.
Okay. I'll message you.
Yeah, text me your address or whatever, and we'll get that taken care of.
Cool. Appreciate it.
On that front, it'll be good. So yeah, we'll do you, and then we'll find someone else, and we'll send them a Trezor, and that'll help us record videos for each one.
Okay. Hey folks, I'll be a newbie like y'all, learning how to go through it.
Well, it's actually more fun that way because you get to like read the instructions and fuck up and everything, and like, you know what I mean, experience it. Because if I do it, it'll just be like boom, 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 right? And then
Right.
it'll be, wow, that seems so easy. But if you've never done it before and you try doing it, you know, you'll like be like, oh, this screwed up, or I didn't plug this in right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just look into the camera and just freeze.
Yeah. Let me share my screen again if I can find this. I think this was the right desktop. Is this it? Yep. So yeah, if you are in the DU, we have there's a class called the Digital Underground Training Sessions, and all these get recorded and saved there. And specifically, where do we have? We have this called storing and securing your coins. So this session was almost 2 hours, where we go through like all wallets, and we start with soft wallets, talk about that, talk about hard wallets, talk about paper wallets. You know, it's, yeah, we talk a lot about wallets. So if you're in the DU and you've got those questions, that's a good start. Looks like we'll also program something where, you know, Curtis will be getting, yeah, so Curtis, give me your address and then find a source for getting the wallet. You know what I mean? I don't want to think about it. So just do that, and then I'll just go buy it on Amazon. And, you know,
Okay.
well, I don't know if we want to do Amazon or not. So maybe you want to find another source. If it's Amazon, you know, I've got Prime, so it'll show up. But if, like, some people said it's like shady on Amazon, I think, right? Or people.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get off of Amazon. I'll find something.
Yeah. So yeah. So.
And then remember, if you do go Amazon, just do the factory reset on it, and then begin to do the initial setup. If you feel like anything could have been downloaded or something on it prior to using it. So yeah, if you go that route, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So why don't we do this then? Curtis, you find what wallet you want, post that in the DU saying, hey, this is the wallet I'm thinking of getting to do a demo, so people can say, hey, this is what we think makes sense or not, you know, and we'll just start with that, and then, you know, we'll go by every ambassador who doesn't have a wallet will get like a different one, so everyone can have an experience of setting up, you know, so we can have like about like 4 or 5 trading videos of like all the wallets and stuff like that. That'll be the probably easiest way to do it.
Cool beans.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll do one with, wait, so you've got a ledger, Derek?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get you, why don't you look up a Trezor?
Okay.
And I'll send you a Trezor. And then if it's okay, you think we can get Malasia to do the walkthrough on the Trezor?
Sure. Melissa.
I mean, it's going to be brand new, so I know, you know, she gets, but I think that'll be a good one because
yeah,
it's just like, hey, we don't know what we're doing. We're just going to try to set it up and, you know, fumble through all the mistakes on that side. Yeah, so we'll do that. So, yeah, Derek, you look that up, get me the link, and I'll get that sent to you, and I'll need your address, too, on that.
Okay.
So we'll do some wallet stuff. That'll be fun. Maybe we can do. Hopefully we'll get that going by next week. Yeah. Okay. So I got your address, Curtis. Just give me the link whenever you're ready. Okay. Oh, well, it's been about an hour. Do we have any more questions? I think it's probably about time to wrap up for now. Let's just see if there's any more people that have questions. Nuts and bolts questions. I know someone's asked about, like, what's your opinion on Tron and its future and stuff like that. And we can talk about that, but that's a little out of scope for our session today.
I'd like to add that some of the questions might not be answered here today, but you can go back and look at the video that we've done earlier, and your question might be answered there, or you might learn some new things. So that'd be good for you to look at.
Yes, absolutely. And also on another note, especially in light of the whole Binance situation and some of these exchange issues that come up, I recommend if you want to get, so you don't have to deal with a lot of FUD, if you on your phone, if you have Twitter, please just follow a lot of these exchanges, because they will post, updates as to what's going on. So that way, if you can't sign in, you don't have to panic or anything. A lot of them will post it on there, and that way you can feel comfortable that, hey, everything's okay. Nothing's, no exchange has gotten hacked or anything like that. So, but I definitely recommend, whatever exchange you're on, if you have Twitter, go ahead and follow it. I know some people use Telegram, but those are the easiest ways where I'm able to get it pretty, fast information as to what's going on.
Sweet. Great. Well, it looks like we can wrap up at this point.
Cool.
Anyone in the DU, we have a fun little project that's going on. We're just doing some graphic work and some branding work. This video is being broadcast publicly, so I'm going to keep a little tight-lipped about what we're actually doing. But I'm going to go live again with Mike Flott, and it's great. I've got all these women who actually have good taste helping me with graphic design. So it's like me and Mike and I were just like, oh, I don't know, blue looks good, green looks good, pink looks good. They're like, no, it's ugly, and I'm like, yay.
All you say is, Charles, nod your head and say, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be back on. I just got to reach out to Mike, and we'll be back on in about 10 minutes in the private Facebook group. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Curtis and Derek, thanks for jumping on it.
Pleasure.
Notice. Let's next week. Hey, do you think we could do? Let me know. I would like to do like a cointracking.info thing in terms of like getting all that set up. Because you were using that, right, Derek, with all the APIs and stuff like that?
Yes.
Do you think you'd be up for that?
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, let me know what day or something works. Maybe a Tuesday or something like that, or a Wednesday. Not sure. We'll get that on the schedule.
Okay.
And then let's aim for next Saturday. We'll do the wallet setup for you, Curtis. So find something that like ships in 2 days. So you have so we have everything in play.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Yep.
All right.
Guys, great catching up. Everyone who tuned in, thanks for tuning in. We're here to, continue adding good content and helping people out. So great to have everyone on board, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.